Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Fire Emblem Three Houses mit mir, dem Emerieos. So, im letzten Part haben wir jede Menge Sachen hier im Kloster gemacht, haben einige Unterstützungsgespräche gemacht, wovon es noch einige mehr gibt. Deswegen spreche ich auch nicht weiter und wir steigen genau rein. In Unterstützungsgespräche.
I may be able to get the one up on Edelgard.
This again.
Hubert! I wish you would not sneak up on me like that.
Maybe you would be more perceptive if your mind were less burdened by sedition.
Sedition? Absurd. This is an important project.
Yes, I heard. A new way to prove how superior you are to Lady Edelgard. She is not your rival, Ferdinand. She is above you. A noble like you ought to know his place.
Anything is better than being a noble like you. Every time you open your mouth, it's Lady Edelgard this or Lady Edelgard that. Do you ever think for yourself? You follow her around like a pet. You spend all of your time fretting over her, and yet you never truly express an opinion of your own. Before you reprimand me, take a moment to consider your own failings.
Your nonsense is tiresome, so I hope this will be the last time I have to remind you. Lady Edelgard is the Imperial Princess. You are merely the Prime Minister's son.
Yes, I understand that. But my duty is to guide her, to give frank advice when she is on the wrong course of action. That is what I strive to do, always. Thus my devotion to surpass Edelgard, so that if she needs guidance, I will be prepared to give it. If you think it is tiresome to have a mind of your own, you will never be much of an advisor.
Does the river of filth pouring out of your mouth ever stop flowing? Your obsession with all things superficial is disgusting. It's no use. You're hopeless. I'll take my leave.
I have nothing more to say to you. Get out of here.
Die haben sich ja richtig lieb, die Jungs.
Well, this is fascinating. Following this equation...
Linhardt. Here again, I see.
Go away, Hubert. Now is not a good time. Ah, yes. The double line becomes a helix, and its arc... No, that cannot be correct.
Now is exactly the time. Lady Edelgard requests your presence. Come. The lecture is about to start.
Politely inform her that my research is vastly more important than whatever it is she has to say.
While your passion may be admirable, it is sadly misdirected. This matter takes priority. Return to your hobby when your duty is done.
Hobby? But this research will most certainly prove useful in the future.
The Empire requires you to be useful now. I should think you would want the same. You have an almost unparalleled intellect, a singular focus, and unfettered imagination. In truth, you have talents that many, including myself, will never have the privilege of possessing.
Are you complimenting me, Hubert? That alone deserves to be studied.
Let me finish. I haven't an ounce of respect for the cause you have chosen to waste your talents on, which changes frequently, I might add, with no rhyme, reason, or results. Learn to apply yourself to something constructive. You may still have a bright future.
That sounds suspiciously as if you're not going to leave me alone. I just want to live a life doing things that interest me. Is that so wrong?
That is unacceptable, even for a nobleman. Her Highness will soon ascend the throne. She's attempting to deal with such noble privilege head-on.
You have a point, and I understand where you're coming from. But I can't do it. I can't bring myself to work for someone else.
Pathetic. Keep to your books, then. Goodbye, Linhardt.
Und wieder mal wird hier rumgezänkert.
Hello there, Edelgard. Are you looking for something?
You could say that. I'm looking for someone named Linhardt, who's been skipping lectures again.
Das passt ja jetzt mal echt wie die Faust aufs Auge. Nachdem Hubert den aufgesucht hat, kommt jetzt Edelgard.
I see. Well, congratulations, you found him. Did you want him for something in particular?
What else could bring me here other than your complete negligence?
Well, perhaps you're interested in hearing my latest theories on the nature of crests. I suspect the formation of crests may be quite different than that recorded in church tradition.
Before you go on, is there any discernible benefit to me allowing this babble to continue?
Well, of course.
And that would be?
I suspect you'll find the topic rather entertaining.
That's it.
What more do you need? Crest research is its own reward.
You know, if you ever truly applied yourself, you could become a distinguished scholar. You could use your crest knowledge to benefit the world, or uncover new discoveries in magic theory.
Why would I busy myself with such tedious work? I perform this research for my own knowledge. I'm not interested in the world at large.
There's nothing wrong with a selfish drive for knowledge, but only if you put it to good use.
I'm sure there must be some use.
Oh? Then please, tell me what potential uses you have in mind.
Well, there are people out there who spend good money on bizarre artistic creations, so I'm sure my not at all useful research could be used as a fine lullaby for the children of the world.
A lullaby? I have things to do. Just know that this was my last warning.
Sure, of course. Goodbye.
Der ist auch echt eiskalt, der Kerl.
I do believe a nap is in order.
This is lovely. Just feel that breeze.
Dorothea, whatever are you doing here?
I was thinking of relaxing here, but it looks as if someone else is lounging in my spot already. Taking a nap in public like this? Really, Lynn. The nobles look down on such behavior.
You do know I am of noble birth.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just teasing. You never do act very noble, though. Why is that?
Each person must follow their own way. This is how I prefer to live. Even if some of the more pretentious nobles like to poke fun at my ways.
Doesn't that bother you? I mean, really? It doesn't hurt your pride or anything?
What use is pride? It doesn't feed nor clothe you. It offers no warmth on a cold night.
First time I've heard a noble say something like that.
Well, most nobles are... oh, what is the polite way to say it? Fools. Yes, they are fools. As for myself, my father is the Minister of Domestic Affairs, and he has pride enough for the both of us. For example, did you know he and the Minister of Military Affairs cannot get along, although they value each other greatly? His pride gets in the way, so he can't make amends. That is why there is discord between civil ministers and military officers in the Empire. And so pride serves no good purpose in politics either. So tell me, what use is it?
I wonder if bad blood between civil and military leaders is somewhat unavoidable. The Minister of Domestic Affairs is in charge of all civil officials, so if they just give in easily, their subordinates would lose respect, right? I get the feeling that if your pride isn't equal to the responsibility you bear, then you aren't fit to lead. Also, I happen to think pride can be quite charming.
And how necessary is charm? It just gets in the way of living your life.
If you lack charm, nobody will give you a second glance.
Right, which means more time for napping.
Lynn, you can't really believe what you're saying, can you?
Oh doch, he can. Und he will.
Petra, you seem to be flourishing in your new environment. Is all going well for you?
Lady Edelgard, everything is well with me. Thank you for your question. Everyone shows great kindness, even while I am still learning about the language.
I'm glad to hear it. After all, a Brigid royal like yourself is of vital importance to the future of the Empire. If you ever need anything, please let me know. It's my job to watch out for you after all.
If that is your want, I will rely on you if I have the need. However, I will not have that need. I can resolve any problems that occur by myself.
I don't doubt it. Perhaps I'm worrying too much. I just don't know what I would say to your family if something were to happen to you.
Do not spend your worry on me. In Bridget, there is a phrase we say. You cannot shoot two birds with one arrow. Bridget and I are that second bird. Your first target is your ambition. Can you disagree?
There is certainly truth in your words. I do have ambitions that transcend all else for me. When I ascend the throne, there are certain things I must do. Tell me, Petra, who do you think I am?
Huh?
I will tell you. I am Edelgard von Hresvelg, and yes, I'm attempting to do what no one else can. I'm prepared to shoot 2 birds, or even 3, with a single arrow. That is the least of the impossible things I will accomplish. If you don't need my patronage, then prove it. Show me your power. Never settle for being the bird. Be the arrow instead.
I will take your words to my heart, and you will be seeing my power. I give you my promise.
Okay, wir gehen jetzt richtig deep auch mit Edelgard und Petra.
All right, time for some more. Oh, Petra. Hi.
Caspar, do you want to train with each other?
Yeah, sure.
You have had new training recently, and great improvements. I want great improvement too. Will you give me help?
Well, hey, look at that. You pay more attention than I gave you credit for. I have been trying new training methods. They're definitely paying off. My movements are much sharper lately, more precise.
I am knowing that. I want that too. You teach, I learn. We both get more strength. It will be greatness.
All right. I mean, I guess we can give it a shot. Petra?
Yes, Caspar?
No, never mind. Sorry. I was just thinking about something else. Nothing at all. Let's train.
I heard a question in your voice. Say it.
No. It's really nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I will not be worrying. Can we begin the training?
Ah, fine. We can talk about it if you insist. You can stop pretending like you don't know.
What am I knowing?
About my father.
Your father? He is of the military in the Empire. I hear he has great skill.
No, not that. Well, it's kind of about that. I'm talking about when Dagda and Bridget invaded the Empire. My father led the Empire's army that fended off the invaders. Your father was in that battle. Did you really not know? My father killed yours.
You... How long have you had this knowing?
I just found out recently. I had no idea before then. But it's all I've been able to think about since.
So, now you have the truth.
Petra? Damn it. What am I supposed to do now?
Okay, das war ziemlich, naja, arme Petra.
That settles that. And don't even think about brawling around here again.
Impressive, Caspar. Well done.
Hey, Ferdinand, did you see that fight?
I saw it from start to finish. Both parties were at fault, disturbing the peace. Then you stepped in and corrected their behavior. You are setting a good example. I am proud to call you my fellow noble.
Your fellow noble? I wasn't even thinking about nobility. That had nothing to do with it.
Excuse me, nothing? Resolving conflicts among common folk is a duty of the nobles. Is that not what you were doing?
I guess so. But it was more like instinct or something. I saw people acting out of line and I had to step in.
Ah, you were acting on impulse. You might be better served following moral convictions rather than instincts. Take me, for example. I always bear in mind that I am a noble and behave accordingly. The fortunate must help the unfortunate. That is my guiding principle.
I never have any idea what you're talking about. If someone's in trouble, you gotta help them out. Simple as that.
A difference of opinion, you might say. Very well then. Believe what you will. I will not expend energy trying to change your mind.
Maybe all of this noble stuff just isn't for me. Hey! Don't walk away when I'm talking to you!
Irgendwie war das okay. Glaube ich.
Oh, Caspar, just who I was hoping to see. I have a tiny little request if you have time to help me.
I'm always happy to help. What can I do for you?
That is exactly what I was hoping to hear. Would you mind coming along to my room?
Your room? Okay. This.
Ja, darfst natürlich schleppen gehen.
Come on, a big, strong guy like you. This is easy. Lift up the cabinet, please. I need to dust behind it.
There's still more to do. Why do you care so much about keeping this place clean? It's just a dorm room.
Were you raised in a stable? Leaving this place a mess wouldn't be fair to the next person who uses it. In fact, I think once we're done with this room, we should clean up your room as well.
Yeah, I don't think so. I have some actual training to do.
Oh, come to think of it, I have a date myself. The fella I'm seeing has quite a charming face, rich family, and I assume a tolerable personality.
Don't you get tired of spending time with all these guys who have tolerable personalities?
Oh, it gets tedious at times. You must listen to them talk, for one thing. But it's important for my future.
That's how I see my training. I guess it's pretty much the same thing.
I don't know if that's a comparison you really want to make.
Why not? Seems about right to me. Sure, I'm a noble, but I'm also a second son. I don't have anything coming to me. Why do you think I'm always training so much? I need to prove myself on the battlefield if I plan on making it anywhere in this world. I know you don't have noble status or wealth, so you're putting in the effort to marry well, right? See? Pretty much the same thing.
I suppose. It would be nice if everyone saw it that way. Well then, Caspar, I need to get ready for my date. Shall we both agree to work hard for our futures?
Absolutely. I just hope our efforts are worth it.
Das war doch mal ein vernünftiges Unterstützungsgespräch. Ja. Zum ersten Mal ein vernünftiges. Ich hatte vergessen, dass es das Lanzenturnier gibt, aber ich hatte gar keine Punkte dafür. Also, Pech gehabt. Wir bestimmen natürlich selber. Wir haben jetzt auch 5 Punkte. Und jede Menge Leute, die unterrichtet werden wollen. Ach, guck mal. Plus Erfahrungspunkte von der Heiligen Kästlein. Aber ist das für immer? Oder nur für eine Zeit? Sehr schön. Schon mal D+.
I work to grow.
Dann hätten wir das schon mal. Dorothea.
I got it? Good. You're quite the motivator, Professor.
Sehr schön.
Everything went pretty well today.
Sie glauben.
Oh, I see now.
Purgativ. Nice. Wie machen wir es denn weiter? Schwäche, Reiten und Fliegen. Okay.
I appreciate your coaching, Professor. I've grasped it. How lovely.
Charisma sammeln anscheinend. Ferdinand. Sag mal, was du kannst.
I am beginning to understand. I appreciate your coaching.
2 Sterne. Edelgard. D+.
I won't
Vernunft.
forget all I've learned.
Na komm schon. Aber 3 Sterne. Schwarzmagie Crit plus
Who
10.
knew this power slept within?
Ja, ich nicht. So, und jetzt noch unseren anderen.
One step closer to mastery. One step closer to mastery. It's all in hand. Flattery will get you nowhere.
Sagt er, aber das liebt er trotzdem. Ach, 3 Stufen. Das hat jetzt auch.
This will be
Frostlanze.
use. It's all in hand.
Nice. Nice. Gucken wir uns nochmal die Ziele an. Nochmal durchgehend. Individueller Fokus. Schwert nur Rüstung. Also Rüstung vielleicht mal ein bisschen besser lernt. Du kannst weiter die Lanze üben. Ja, das ist eigentlich okay so. Rüstung und Autorität. Mach mal Axt und Rüstung. Linhard. Autorität ist erstmal gut. Mach mal deine Vernunft weiter hoch. Kaspar. Autorität ist bei dem eine Schwäche. Junge, Junge, Junge. Lanze und Pferd? Nee. Wir machen Lanze und Vernunft. Dorothea. Autorität weiter? Glaube? Ja. Petra. Ja, das ist eigentlich okay so. Gruppenaufgabe kann bleiben.
I have a question.
Manchmal ist ein gewöhnlich aussehendes Mädchen beliebter als eine umwerfende Schönheit. Auch wenn es um Adel geht, ziehen manche einen Baron einem Herzog vor. Was meinst du, warum ist das so? Jemanden anzusprechen, den man bewundert, ist schwer. Die Leute haben nochmal unterschiedliche Fortleben. Selbst Luxus wird langweilig, wenn man ihn täglich hat. Das ist eine gute Frage. Ich würde mal sagen, die Leute haben ein unterschiedliches Fortleben.
Are you just giving me a random answer?
Fand sie wohl nicht so doll?
Professor,
Ich will mich in die Schlacht stürzen, um meine Feinde niederzuzwingen. Aber das kann ich am besten mit einer Axt. Hilf mir bitte, meinen Umgang mit der Axt zu verbessern, damit ich eine gefürchtete Kriege gewinnen kann. Fuck nein! Hubert wünscht uns anscheinend zu sprechen.
Hello, Professor. You seem to be in good health.
Ich schätze, darum bist du nicht hier.
Indeed, I do. Doesn't seem intimidated.
Stimmt etwas nicht?
No, not at all. It's just that I find myself a little concerned for your well-being. You see, Lady Edelgard has taken something of an interest in you.
Das ist mir noch gar nicht aufgefallen.
She has. And it's beneath you to be so glib. There is something you need to understand about the role I play here. One of my many duties is to determine potential advantages and potential threats to Her Highness. If you prove yourself useful to Lady Edelgard, then all will be well. If you pose a threat, I shall have to dispose of you.
Mich ausschalten?
Yes, this is no joke. While I may be a student here, I am her servant first and foremost. Therefore, if an untimely demise is not to your liking, you would do well to demonstrate your utility with all haste. I should warn you that I am far less compromising than Lady Edelgard. Do not be at ease merely because you stand in her good graces for the time being.
Das ist mir alles nicht geheuer. Ich komme schon zurecht.
Huh. Such confidence. I'm beginning to see why you caught her eye. My family, House Vestra, has been sworn to House Resvelg for generations. Since the dawn of the Empire, we have worked to protect the Emperor by any means necessary. Both in the open and in the shadows. If you incur our wrath, you will see just what I mean.
Toll. Richtig gute Motivation. Richtig tolles Unterstützungsgespräch. Erstmal bedrohen. Sonst Schwachmat.
Let's get it done quickly.
We can have success with each other.
Hey, we did pretty well.
Ja, perfekt. Unterstützungswert 1000 Gold und 5 Veredelungssteine. Nett. Ach komm schon. Castro Bernadette 2.
Clear to me now. I will master this.
I'd never have learned this back in my room.
Okay, nett. Für den Moment. Ja. Jede Menge Kämpfe müssen wir noch machen. Aber ich würde sagen, das machen wir das nächste Mal. Bei Fire Emblem Three Houses mit mir, dem Emerieos. Also, ich hoffe, ich sehe euch beim nächsten Mal. Bis dann. Tschu tschu.